Hello, and welcome to Pendulum Divining and Dowsing with Lyman Holton. Today, we're going to talk about a subject. We're going to do some dowsing on it, ask 3 questions, and we're going to use this beautiful stone to do it with. Snowflake obsidian is a variation of obsidian. It's basically a volcanic glass that formed as an igneous rock. The light-colored patches resemble snowflakes. This pendulum is actually a gray snowflake obsidian. As you can see, the patches aren't a nice bright white, they're gray. This type of rock can be found in large deposits in Mexico, Iceland, and the United States of America. This is a great stone for an introvert, as it has the ability to bring all of the person's emotions to the surface. It also has healing energies to help balance your body, mind, and spirit, which will soothe the person using this stone. What a lovely piece it is. What do you think about positivity? Being a positive-minded person. What do you think about the law of attraction? Have you heard of the law of attraction? Well, it's very interesting. Basically, if you think about something enough, you're going to become whatever that is. So if you think about positive things, you're going to be more likely to have positive things come to you. The good things. If it's very important to you to have a specific job, specific car, to marry a certain type of person, to live in a certain area, any number of things. If you think about that or them a lot, frequently, as much as you can, you don't have to go crazy over it, but it needs to be in the forefront of your mind as much as humanly possible. Now, do you think that really just manifests good things to happen? Say, for example, it's a certain job that you want, okay? Now, if you just think about that job all the time while you're laying on the couch watching TV, and if you think about it enough, it's just going to happen. The phone is simply going to ring and someone would say, hey, I accidentally dialed this number. By the way, you wouldn't know anyone who wants the same specific job that you're looking for, do you? And voila, you got it because you thought about it so much. Excuse me. It's highly unlikely, nearly impossible, that that's going to happen. But if you are thinking about something all the time and thinking that it is going to happen, what that really does for you is opens your eyes, opens up your mind to catch all the little things around you, pieces of information, certain commercials, certain items on the news that pertain and point you toward the goal that you want to achieve. You think about it all the time, and because you do, you are alert to all the things on that subject that you happen to encounter. If you don't think about these things, odds are you're not going to notice the certain little signals, the signs that could get you to where you want to go. Now, if you're negative about what's going to happen for you, instead of at the same time thinking about all the time, but you're thinking it'll never happen, it's not going to happen, it'll never happen, you're right. It isn't going to happen. You're absolutely correct. If you are thinking about this and you are very positive, you believe it's going to happen. Why shouldn't it happen? It happens to other people. Why can't it happen to me? This positive thing is more likely to occur because you have a positive attitude in the direction of it happening. If you have a negative direction, a negative idea that it isn't going to happen, the specific thing, then you're putting the same amount of effort into whatever good thing you want not happening. A whole lot of it has to do with your attitude. Have you ever noticed how you're just automatically attracted to and like someone who smiles when they talk to you? They always seem happy. If they're going by and they may not even say anything and you may not say anything, but you happen to have your eyes meet and the person just smiles at you and keeps on going. Doesn't that make you feel good? Now, how does it make you feel in the exact same situation if the person were to frown at you and like shake their head, walk away? It makes you feel bad, right? Well, the thoughts in your mind work like that too. It's very important to be positive about things. Now, I'm sure you've heard that you need to step out and cause things to happen for yourself. So I've already mentioned a person will become what they think about most of the time. That's a big, wonderful secret that many people don't realize. And how about these things? It's from the Bible, but I'm not a religious person at all. I consider myself to be spiritual. But things I've heard from the Bible, many things, are very sensible. Make a lot of sense. Now, for example, you've heard, seek and ye shall find, knock and it shall be opened, ask and it shall be given. Now, I'm not wording that correctly. I'm paraphrasing, okay? Because, like I said, I don't study the Bible. But those three things carry a lot of weight if you think about them. How are you going to get anything to open up for you if you don't pursue it, right? You don't knock to get the door open. You have to do something, right? Request it. So what if you want something? Ask and it shall be given. If you never ask, or whatever it is you're trying to get, it's unknown that you desire it, why would it come to you? And they make a lot of sense, okay? So that's all part of being positive and applying action to your positive thoughts. You have to have action. Let's get into asking 3 questions here, all right? And of course, the questions pertain to thinking positive, the law of attraction, all right? So here we go. My first question is, do people really become what they think about most of the time? Now, let's run that by the old pendulum. So I've got my elbow up. This is me. You do it the way you do it. I got my pendulum. There we go. Make sure that I have met up with my pendulum. And this isn't something you have to do. It's something I do. You may have your own way of doing it. All right, I got good distance of chain here. I'm using my left hand, and I'm going to ask the pendulum, show me yes. All right, and then we have the pendulum going in a counterclockwise direction for me for yes. Now, remember, you're going to see my hand move. If my hand didn't move, there would be nothing to move this. But I'm not moving my hand intentionally. That's the important part to remember. All right, now, show me no. Okay? Clockwise is no for me. So, let's get on with the first question. Do people really become what they think about most of the time? We have a yes. Yes, people do really become what they think about most of the time. Okay, question number 2. And that question I'll read to you first. Is it truly beneficial for a person to be positive in their attitude towards their desires in life? Is it truly beneficial for a person to be positive in their attitude towards their desires in life? And again, we have a yes. Okay, question number 3. Can a person with a negative attitude still achieve their goals in life? Can a person with a negative attitude still achieve their goals in life? And the pendulum is indicating no. No, a person cannot achieve their goals in life with a negative attitude. Okay, so says the pendulum. Now, I do believe, or I should say I do agree with the pendulum for the first question. People really do become what they think about most of the time. Think about that. If you're a thief, that's what you're going to be thinking about most of the time. To you, that's positive. It's a positive thing. The person you're stealing from, I'm sure, would disagree that it's positive. But it's what the thief wants. And if the thief is thinking positively that it can happen and thinking about how it's going to happen all the time, it's probably going to happen, right? Now, if they're thinking negatively about it, if I do it, I'll get caught. If I do it, I'll get caught. That's what they're going to be thinking about mostly, is getting caught stealing. And odds are that's what's going to happen. They're not thinking positively. You want that new car. Same thing. If you think positive about it, you're going to notice a way or ways that works for you to acquire that car. Perhaps you find a part-time job, you just stumble across it, it's pretty good extra income, it allows you to buy the car. Something along those lines. Think negatively about it, you probably aren't going to get the car. You'll just walk around all frustrated, thinking it won't happen, and it won't. Okay? So, the next one, of course, I agree with too. It is beneficial to be positive toward the desires of in your life. And that's what I pretty much just explained. Number 3, can a person with a negative attitude still achieve their goals in life? Okay, the pendulum indicated no. Well, I disagree with the pendulum on this one. And the reason I do is because I think that a person with a negative attitude can still achieve their goals in life. Now, perhaps they can't achieve really high, great goals, but I think with a negative positive or a negative attitude, your goals aren't that high because you don't think anything's going to happen anyway. So the great job you want, well, you end up getting a job, right? Things like that. So I think you can achieve your goals in life. I just don't think a negative person's goals are really very much. So the little bit they do actually think they can achieve, they probably do anyway, because that's all they think they can do. And so in a manner, they are thinking positive about it, but they're afraid they don't allow themselves to think positively about something greater. That if they had a positive attitude for, they could probably achieve. Now, please put in the comments what you think about this. Positivity. How does it work for you? And what answers did you get with your pendulum if you're using a pendulum? So that's it for today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye for now. Ask and it shall be given. Knock and it shall be opened. Ask and it shall be opened. Knock. Ask and it shall be given. Knock and it shall be opened.